Thought that would get some of you. It wasn't the Karate Kid franchise at all. It was Crossroads from 1986. I think that came out about a blues guitarist called, was his name Eugene in it? Eugene's Trick Bag. Yeah, I'm sure his name was Eugene in it. But absolutely brilliant film. That's one of my favourite Ralph Macchio films, aside from the Karate Kid, obviously. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Nice and early tonight.
Let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
Got no schedule, order of ceremony tonight. It's just going to be completely random and off the cuff tonight. But a couple of things. First off, I wonder how Ralph Macchio must feel knowing that he was brought up in a very successful film, The Outsiders, if you never saw that. Didn't really come on the scene. He made a lot of TV movies like Three Wishes of Billy Greer and stuff until The Karate Kid came out. Then Crossroads came out. But I put that picture up on the screen and everyone just knows him for the Karate Kid. Obviously, he was in My Cousin Vinny as well. A nice, good film. Up the Academy. Used to be a real big, well, I still am a big Ralph Macchio fan. And I've met him, so it's all cool. The Falcon is now in the old man cave. I needed to make some space on my workshop because the Rootmaster. Now, I'm going to get the Rootmaster. I'm going to start filming it tomorrow. Filming some more on Sunday because I'm not here Saturday. And I'm hopefully going to get a video out Monday. I've got a funny feeling this is going to be split over 2 videos again. There's so much to do in Pack 10. And I don't want to have more than half an hour videos. I know you peeps would watch anything but that I do for you. But I think I will split it up into 2 depending on how it goes. It's a lot of putting windows in, but we are at the point where we are going to be sealing the whole thing together, which I'm very, very nervous about. And I don't want to break any wires or anything like that. At the moment, I did a test on the wires today and they're all working perfectly. So pretty happy with that. Yeah, Crossroads was a UK soap opera, but yeah, Crossroads, the film. I mean, there's a Britney Spears Crossroad film as well. So it's very confusing. Very, very confusing. Yeah, that's the Britney movie. Greg's just got it. Yeah. Definitely. Okay, so the things I have got to say is obviously I apologise for last week that there was no live stream Tuesday, there's no live stream Thursday. It's because we wasn't expecting Mr. and Mrs. Sprooverse to be coming over from America, and it was an impromptu trip. So they actually managed to come to Corby. So we met up on Tuesday, and then I went to London to see them again on Thursday. So that's why there was no live stream. But I had a great time last week. We're back to normal now, and we're coming up to the run up to Christmas and Halloween. So there you go. There sure was Miss Diane. What was that? You're talking about Crossroads still. Oh, hello. Phil, you here? I'm glad you got back safely. I love that little miniature thing that you shared. I followed that person now on TikTok. The little what was the place called at the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark where he gets that for Tilly Idol? She made a little miniature diorama of of that scene. It's a brilliant channel. If I had the link, I'd put it on here. I'm sure Mrs. Rhoda Wayne would do that. So it's all cool. So today I've done the Knight Rider, but we did the Knight Rider build yesterday. Obviously, it went absolutely perfect for me. I had no problems with the electrics at all. They work first time. I know some people say they've got scanner problems with sound. It is worth checking. That's why I went to town with the wires, saying what wires are where. It's very ambiguous where wire V goes. So I've put that on there. And it's very ambiguous, the M and the E, because they look the same. And on the board, and the W as well. They could be in different places. So I don't know if that... I'm not teaching you to suck eggs, but it is worth checking those. And what I did was once everything was plugged in, you did see on the video that I'm going, A goes here, B goes here, C goes here, and went round the board. Because I know there's quite a few people that have got problems with the sensor. I think this lighting but not sounding or something. I didn't have that problem. What I did have a problem with was the watch. And the watch works perfectly. And then I broke it, but it still works perfectly. It just hasn't got a screen. And I just pushed too hard on the top. Because I was holding it in from behind. I hadn't screwed it at that point. And I was holding it from the top. I cracked the screen. So I was like, oh. So Fan Home was sending me another one out. Another thing happened, actually, that the MOT cable with the motor, one of the wires fell off. And I was going to solder it. And I thought, well, while I'm at it, I'll just get another motor sent. So they're sending me another motor as well. But everything was working absolutely perfect there, which is cool. I said the C word. What else was I talking about? Look, I've lost my complete train of thought. The other thing is I've been dog sitting with Mrs. Rhoda Wayne this week, so we've had two little dogs here to keep people. Well, one dog. I've got Phoebe here, and I've got my mother-in-law's dog called Pip. Now I don't know what Pip is. Pip's half the size of Phoebe, and as you can see here, she's tiny, half the size of Phoebe, and I think she's supposed to be a cross between, I think, a Yorkshire Terrier and one of those Chinese crested things. I don't know, but she's tiny, absolutely tiny. And unfortunately, Phoebe's teaching her all the bad habits. So when you're eating, hang on, stand by. That's what you get. And they won't take your eyes off you. So I'm at the other side of the room there, just chilling out. But yeah, the dogs just look at you like that. And yeah. So it's the same thing when I'm doing my builds. They won't leave me to it. So I'm having to bring them in the workshop, put the heater on for them. Got a pillar down here on the floor and they just go to sleep. So, but it's been fun having Pip around, and also we've got a workshop. We got Will's Workshop has sent me a merch on the map, and I've got your picture here, Will. Thanks for sending that in. I had to crop the image down because I needed to get it on full screen, but you have got your Will's Workshop little plaque that I made on the desk there as well. But that's the In By Defense shirt, which is available in my store, which again you can click on the front page of YouTube. Now I've made a few changes. I put this little logo that I made just earlier on up here. If you subscribe to the channel or tip the channel or anything like that, a message should come up there now. But we won't know that until if you're not saying, look, what a way to get people to subscribe. We wouldn't know that until if you haven't subscribed and you click subscribe on YouTube or Twitch, it should come up there. But we will find that out because I don't know. What else? Just looking down my list of agenda here. Oh yeah, so I've talked about the Rootmaster. So that's what I'm going to be tackling for the next couple of days. I have done some more work on the Blackbird today. That's why I'm covered in black paint. And I've also done some more work on the Explorer spaceship. For reflectors, I've just found a brilliant solution for reflectors. You know those things you used to get on the back of bicycles, so if a line shines, it shines back? I didn't realise that if you get a metallic paint and just put a blob in there and let the blob settle so it's like paint and then let it dry, it goes such a lovely sort of consistency that really reflects light. So all the reflectors on the Explorer spaceship, I've done that technique. It takes a good day and a half to dry because there's a good old blob in there. But it works a treat. It was just me experimenting. And everyone else, no one expects the sprue bursting because there we go, look, it works. And I can see it now. Thank you, Howard. That's really appreciated. I'm glad that works because I've been mucking around with that since like Tuesday. And when I was doing the streams, I have never seen it come up. So I'm like, oh, please don't tell me it's not working. So all fun. What else have we been up to? I've got a couple of trials coming soon from Chris's collection. He's a French viewer, and he's managed to get hold of the ET trial for me. And there's also a new Canada Air seaplane, which is on trial in France at the moment, which he's sending over to me. So I'll be able to show you that when that's on the channel. Hello, Jeffrey. Thank you so much for those reflectors. They worked a treat. I've printed them. I've even painted them, and they're drying at the moment. Can people help me out with something, though? I've got this is a basic, stupid question, and I'm aware it's a stupid question, but I want to know first before I make a fool of myself. And that is, on the Explorer's spaceship, it comes with decals. And this is the one that I'm interested in at the moment. Now, this says on the back of it, it says laser white decal. So I'm guessing this is white paper, isn't it? I don't have to paint underneath it white to have a clear decal coming over the top. That should go on white, shouldn't it? I'm hoping it does. Because I haven't used any of the decals yet, and I'm about to, so I don't want to make that accident. Did you get an email from D'Agostini saying Pack 3 Rossi build is delayed due to out of stock? No, I haven't. Probably for the best, because I didn't know about that, Peter. I know there's a delay in the GT, for GT at the moment, but I'm not expecting anything. So all I've got here, just so you know, at the moment, I've got the Routemaster. I've got the Iron Man build, which I was going to do Tuesday, but I might make that a standalone video so that on Tuesday, because I am going to live stream on Tuesday, I've got to see the dentist again, so hopefully my mouth's okay. I'm going to start the engine, the V6 engine. The classic car works perfect. If you haven't seen that, it's over on social media. I do need to get some footage of me driving it around the garden. But the trouble is, I normally use my camera on my phone to film, but the controls for the car are on the phone as well. So I'm going to get Mrs. Wilder Wayne to film it. So it's a really good little model, I have to say. Hello, Will. How's it going? I can't believe it. It's so surreal, Phil, that you last week you were in this country and now you're back in LA, halfway across the planet again. I travel always is, I'm always in awe at how you can be in different locations around the world. And it doesn't really take that long. It really makes your planet a lot smaller. Disney was right when he says about it's a small world, although I don't think I could stomach that ride for another 5 minutes at Disney. Drives me crazy. Hello, John. How's it going? Just been working in the new hobby room. Oh, have you sent pictures, John? We always like to see. I mean, we did have our welcome to the cave, but we haven't done that. Look, it works. Thank you, Aaron. I can't believe that works. What was the little motor do on the kit? I've got no idea. So is it to do something with the headlights? Do the headlights go up and down? That's the only thing I can think of that's going to require some sort of motor. No idea. But did the headlights go up and down in Knight Rider? I know there was a discussion for it. Some of that. Pip is a German Shepherd. Yeah, she's one of those miniature ones. I'll tell you what, it's crazy. Having one dog staring at you, but having two starts to make you a bit paranoid. Especially when you don't know what they're doing and they're looking at you. Mrs. Wilder Wayne's having that problem all the time this week. That both the dogs will jump up and stand on her and just stare intently into her face. And she's like, what do you want? I fed you. I watered you. I've taken you outside. What do you want? And I'm sure they're just screwing with her. Pop-up headlights. I was right. Excellent. Fanhome are really good for getting replacement parts. I won't get the parts until the next delivery. They'll be in with the next delivery. But you probably notice I don't think Fanhome have a number, but when you chat online, all of your chat's actually stored, so they've got something to work back from. And I managed to reorder those two parts. I think it was 43 and 45 in less than 3 minutes. And it was done. They're going to be on the way. So if you do have problems with Fanhome, I've had a lot of people emailing me asking me for Fanhome's number. I don't think I've ever called them. I've only used the online chat. Your dog's now just one. Never leave me as I model. Well, obviously, Phoebe's they're 15, so she knows better. I think she's out here because she doesn't know where she is. And Pip's at that age where everything is remarkable. She's just happy to be alive, old Pip. So she's the strangest dog you've ever met. As a matter of fact, I can hear one of them outside at the moment. And talking about the dog, hello, the dog. Hey, Mr. Wayne, are you doing the Star Wars shops run from Fanhome? I have been trying to get a release list from them. I am doing it. I did show them off the dog on Tuesday's live stream. So if you go back, you can see the latest pack. We had Boba Fett spaceship, which hasn't got a name at all. It's called Boba Fett's spaceship. It was never called anything else. Rey's speeder bike, the well-known Star Wars vehicle, the Death Star, and someone help me out. What was the other one? Oh, the AT-AT. The AT-AT, which was a slightly different scale to everything else, but we had the AT-AT as well. Pete, I know you just commented on Bergdis and Greg there. Can you do us a favour? Can you drop me an email at, there we go, look, I'm just going to hide your message again, wayne@worldofwayne.co.uk, just to give me your address so I can send those magazines to you. Could you also please remind me what magazines I'm sending, because I'm just going to forward the email on to Mrs. World of Wayne. She's the PA for that sort of thing. Howard, you got another batch coming out, and also Bruce, Gunny121, you got another batch coming out shortly as well. So, all cool. Star Wars ships even. I got it. I will, once I finish this Explorer spaceship, Jeffrey, I'll have a look at that arcade machine and get that printed. To be honest with you, it's the first time I'd used the resin printer in a long time, and it worked perfect. I haven't changed the resin or done anything to it in a good 4 months. Didn't even clean it. All I did was put the USB in with the files on and get it to print, and it printed perfectly. So I'm really happy with that. I'm sure people tell me that you shouldn't leave resin standing that long, but worked an absolute treat for me. I wonder where Lou's tonight. There's no Lou Dal Meso. He's not here tonight. Oh, bless. Hopefully he's watching on demand. Hello, Lou, if you are. Can you give us a little bit of a tease on the Blackbird? Jacob, I can't, because it's actually in boxes below here. I will once I've done something a bit more structural. What we did last night, we did the base, we put the middle skeleton in, and we painted some details of the engine. But I'm not doing it in the order that the magazine intends. But talking about models like that, I have just had another, I did mention this to patrons last night, I've had another invite from Airfix. So I'm going to be doing a secret project with Airfix in November. And there'll be more information coming in November regarding that. But I am looking forward to that. So, very good. Yeah, there is no... Thank you, Mrs. Welder Wayne. There is no release order. I mean, I'm looking at what ships there are from the little advert that I showed on the start of that build. But I don't think... I don't even know how many there is, to be honest with you. They're flat out refusing to give information. Yeah, I really don't know myself. I can't see it being another Eagle Moss where you had, you know, like collect these 90 figures from the Doctor Who collection. And I think before they went under, they're on, I don't know, number 425. Same with the starships, the Star Trek ships. I think there was about 80 in that collection, and then that went into the 600s or something silly. I'm sure someone's going to correct me. I will do a shout out. Yes, definitely. Are we still talking about the Last Starfighter? I need to watch that. I've been watching retro films today. You'll be happy to know, Jeff. I've been watching. Who remembers the film with Emilio Estevez? I watched a Stephen King novel, Maximum Overdrive, with the Green Goblin lorry and a meteor, a comet passing Earth, and all the electrics start to take over the world. Brilliant film, and it's really weird to see. Is it Yardley Smith who plays the voice of Lisa Simpson? It's hard to not see her as Lisa Simpson, because every time she talks it sounds like Lisa Simpson. She's also in City Slickers at the start, and it's just weird. It's just weird. Now you know that character plays Lisa Simpson, you can't get it out of your mind. Hello Pete over in Oz. Is it just me, or was the Roker Model DHD Galactic built a couple of weeks ago the race car that was transformed into Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? I don't know. I didn't see DHD Galactic's build on that. The one I've just built was from Sterling Kit. It looks like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but it's not. So it's a different build. But I have got something coming from Roker. Is it Roker? Just thinking. I've got something coming from Roker, and I've got something coming from U-Gears as well. We're going to be doing a clock with U-Gears. Everyone voted for a clock. I can't remember which one it was, but we've got a clock coming. Oh, you saw that Canada Air plane? It looks really good, doesn't it, like this? I love a good trial. It's a peel-off sticker? Really? Stand by. Oh. I was ready to soak this in water. I didn't realise that. I'm going to be putting it on some foil. I've got some foil left over, look. I was going to put it on some of that so I can mould it round. I didn't realise this was a sticker. You just saved my bacon. I'm glad I asked that question then. I was really... It says decal... Oh, I don't know. It's weird. I think what I'll do is I'll cut a square off that I'm not using and just see the best way and how it attaches and stuff. Jets, don't start. Jets beat the Dolphins. Dolphins had a mare. Not as big as a mare as blimmin' the Rams, but don't know what's going on with the Rams at the moment. But obviously, my son Jack's a Dolphins fan. But the Lions, they had a really bad injury. How is that? Is it Xavier Smith, wasn't it? How is he? No news. What happened to Xavier Smith? He was released on Sunday. He was released on Sunday and travelled home. Oh, that's good. It looked really bad because he was. I know this is not an NFL stream, but he was. They got the ambulance on the pitch and got his dad into the ambulance as well. I think. Not what you want to see. Hello, Ian. You're over in Spain, aren't you? Thank you for that. It's not just me who broke the kit watch screen. Oh, yeah, I broke it. I broke it good. The watch works perfect. I mean, I'm never going to wear it. I think it was one of the viewers said that I'd actually put the catch round the wrong way as well. Probably did, but I'm never going to wear the watch. Hello, Will. I hope you saw your little merch on the map there. I don't think I'm that far behind. But, you know, this is Thursday night chat, and I do brisk through all of these chats. So... You placed the order for the workstations. Thank you, David. Now, if you didn't know, David Howe's the from Tyrell Models is making the workstation, which I'm going to replace in this one for. But he will keep you posted on that if you have registered your interest over at. There you go. Look, how cool's that? I love graphics. Graphics on the tap. Look, I've got graphics everywhere. I need something revolving now. All cool. I've also been working on the Christmas quiz this year, just so you know. I'm hoping to have 10 rounds of 10 questions, but speed it up a little bit. So there's not so much waiting around. But, and we will have prizes this year, I think. Looking forward to that. You did. You did. You did. Look, just for you. Look, there it is. But you can watch it on demand, Will. What was... Sorry, I've lost myself. The chat just whizzed past my screen and I lost myself. So I apologise if I've missed something. Okay, yeah, I've caught up. I've got chat on 2 windows now, so I can see where I am for those eventualities. It means I don't have to put on this screen, which I had to do on Tuesday when my webcam froze. They released Star Wars Encyclopedia in the collection in the US. Howard, I've now got 46 books in that. Now, I think there's 90 in the collection, so I'm over halfway. Hello, Lou. We were getting worried. Especially when the film came out, because I was going to challenge you, Lou, that tonight's film was Crossroads with Ralph Macchio and Jamie Gertz. And obviously the music, the awesome music by Steve Vai on the guitar. We're wondering, do you have some of these films in your collection? You've got a big collection. So I was wondering, do you have Crossroads in your collection? This is going to be my new feature called Challenge Lou. Lou has got an amazing collection of films and Blu-rays and DVDs and box sets. And I do think he's getting close to the stage of having every single film ever made. All fun. Yes, I'm going to Scale Model World. It's next month, isn't it? It's November. No, wait a minute. God, it's November next month. I lost myself then. So Telford Model Show is on the 12th, I believe. Is it the 12th? Which is the Scale Model World convention. I think it's probably the biggest one in the UK, isn't it? So I am going to be going to that. It's once I bring up my calendar. Stand by it. So I have to use a calendar now. Yes, so I'm there on the 12th, the Saturday. So if you want to see a great big model show, then come along to Telford. I'm sure I'll get some advertisements sorted out for that as well. Should be fun day. Have I seen any news about the Ecto 1 besides putting in your information and letting them know what issue you're on? Michael, they did send another email out to us just telling us about GDPR and why they've taken the data. If you haven't had one of them, you probably will be getting one of those. So, all cool. 15 minutes till dinner, Uncle Lou. Well, according to my watch, doesn't he go at like 8:23? So, when did you send that message, Phil? 13? Oh, yeah, you're about right. I lost my graphic. So, who knows? I lost my graphic. I need to make another graphic. Thanks, Pete. I appreciate that. Oh, the Blondie. Yes, Lou did Blondie on his channel from Sucker Punch. I still haven't seen Sucker Punch, but I know the character because I know Vanessa Hudgens, and it's absolutely lifelike. Absolutely lifelike. Of course, every time you do these models, though, Lou, I do think, and I know probably Phil's thinking this, is where's that one going? I think you're going to be in my boat soon and having to build an extension on the extension. I mean, you've got trees, Lou. You can have tree houses of models. I'm just spitballing, throwing it out there. Okay. Yeah, you did tell me you don't need to fuss out. I really thought that I was going to have problems, but I thought, give it a run for its paces anyway. But no, it worked absolutely perfect. So thank you for that. Does anyone build 1/48 scale World War, is that 2? World War 1 diorama white field tents? I don't know, but I've just asked everyone there for you. Slugo. If I butchered the name, I apologise. Well, we've got plenty of glue here at the moment, Bergdis, but if you are coming over, then let us know, and we'll make sure that we meet up. And we've got the Monty Python coming up, the Jamesy boy. Yeah, they're funny about sending that. I mean, today I keep using these primers, and I keep where did I thought I bought them in. Stand by. I'm looking. No, I'm when you start using a paint or a certain paintbrush and you just get devoted to it and you think this is great. I use these primers now called the Armor Painter Company. I think that's what it's called. Stand by. I ordered it from Amazon, so I'm just going to check what they're called. The primers from the Army Painter. That's what the company's called. The Army Painter. The primers are amazing, and the job that they did on that SR-71, unsurpassed. I also use the same primer on the Explorer spaceship, and I also use the same primer, the grey one, on the Time Machine as well. But I can't big that up enough. But for some reason, when I ordered the primer, the black primer, it was £20 last week, and during Amazon Prime, of course, it went down to £10. So that's fine. Oh, you've got Titanic Pack 4. I haven't got that yet. So I need to chase that one up, I think. The only thing I've got here is the Route Master. And I think I might have the Mura. I don't know. I've got a whole heap of boxes down there, which are just looking at me. You saw a good thriller on the paint. The Black Phone. What's that? The Black Phone. Ethan Hawke. Talking about Explorers. I will add that to the watch list. Is it? All right, okay. I've just added that to my notes. You ever seen the movie Space Truckers? I have. Now, didn't have Tommy Lee Jones in it. I'm trying to think who else. Dennis Hopper, Stephen Dorff, Charles Dance. No, I'm thinking of the wrong film. No, I don't think I've seen that one. Space Truckers. No, I'm thinking of something else. Don't know what. Yeah, Maximum Overdrive is brilliant film. Oh, you watched Black Phone last month? Haven't seen it. I'm gonna have to try and watch that one. If only I could whistle, and it's not because I don't have my 2 front teeth. Hello, Dr. Mark. How's it going? You just finished pack 4 of your Ferrari 312. Now, David Phillips is sending... I'm building this for someone else, so I've only got pack 1 at the moment. But when the others come up, I'm actually doing the Ferrari on the Patreon channel on account that you can't really get it anymore. So, yeah, I'm doing that on there. Did you actually read the instructions? I use instructions as a sort of like an advisory. What I actually did, what are we talking about, Paul? Are we talking about the Knight Rider and how I cracked the screen? Because if you want to know what I did, I'll tell you exactly what I did, because I didn't read the instructions, Paul. You're absolutely right. You have to push the clear section into the front of the watch. And in the video, you see me do that. And you see me do that on the video. But silly me thought, that doesn't feel right and I don't want to break the screen. So I took it out and I put it in from the back. Now, when I put it in from the back, it went in perfectly. It held itself in, it clicked itself in. What it did do, it didn't go all the way into the cavity. So when I pushed down on the digital bit, I broke the screen. Thanks, Pete. I appreciate that. Hello, TNT. OG Gaming. What is not like to like about the stream? God, even I've clicked the like button. Somebody printed a watch stand for Kit. I saw that. Where did I see it, though? I should really show things. Was it in the Knight Rider group on the Facebook channel? It's really good. I mean, I've got no plans to obviously wear the watch. Hang on. Ah, right. See if I can find it. No, I can't find it. What? I saw it somewhere, but I can't think where. Knight Rider watch. Let's type that. No. It's typical Facebook that they show you things and then they just disappear afterwards. Especially now, it's getting silly. How many parts in the Blackbird model? I don't know. I think it was 56 pages, I think we counted yesterday, but there's a lot. I'm just looking at the box now. There we go. 206 parts. John? And it's 68.2 centimeters in length. It's ginormous. You can't paint it with an airbrush. You do need spray cans for the main body. But I've been doing a lot of the detail work today. Hello, Glyn. Haven't seen you for a while. How the devil are you? I will do. She's in there watching us at the moment. She's probably seen that already, Glyn. I'm all good, Adrian. Thank you very much. And hello, Kenneth. You don't have Crossroads. Ah, I have Machio embargo going on. What? You can't have a Machio embargo going on. You've got the Karate Kid, though, right? See, now, I've met Ralph Macchio. And a lot of people... I saw one where someone offered his hand and he gave him a fist bump instead. But he shook my hand fine. He even hugged me when I had my picture taken. So, but that was prior to COVID. So, obviously, things changed there. I found him a nice guy. And William Zabka. He's a nice guy too. Got me picture taken with him as well. I think a lot of stars from Cobra Kai are going to be at the Liverpool Comic Con coming soon. You're not going to order things from the UK. Oh, we got postal strikes all over the place at the moment, Marcus. If I do, I have to pay custom fees as a percentage of the price in VAT. Same over here. But we've got, the problem is with Robert Beveridge isn't in tonight, but the way our post office is striking at the moment is one day will be the delivery staff, one day will be the sorting staff, another day will be some clerical system. And just because you've got them off at one time, it's screwing up the whole network. So I'm not expecting anything very quick. You only own My Cousin. How could you not have the Karate Kid? That's one of those films that they stick in a Criterion collection. I've been watching some really bizarre stuff lately. What's the other one I got? Because I'm trying to get my old Criterion collection back. I used to have the Criterion collection Laserdiscs, which had things like A Night to Remember, some really random films as well. The Andy Warhol's Frankenstein, or Flesh for Frankenstein, I think it's called. That was number 23, I think, on the Criterion. I managed to get that today. So I'm trying to build up my Criterion collection again. You're going to quit the Ecto. I mean, I'm going back to it, but I do need to take my Ecto one apart because I do want to switch that bulkhead around. Because I'm not keeping it. That's going to Svi. But I just want to see what's going on with... is it PCT? I can't remember the name of an IXO with the Eagle Moss. And see if they will provide the lights. I saw someone do a fix for the lights. They sent me about putting washers in. I might have to have a relook at that as well. Oh, look, the bots are in early tonight. Hello, bots. There you go, Slugo. Look, check out the Terrain Doctor on YouTube. Getting yourself back to building is rough. Why is that, Bergdis? Did you know Telford is named after a man named Thomas Telford? Nope. I didn't know that. But I've got family who live in Telford, and the only thing that I remember about Telford was the town Shifnal, the village Shifnal near it. And Telford had a leisure centre called Oakengates, and I remember going there a couple of times. And I think that's still there, but that's all I remember. I think I might have had a Blockbuster. No. Dixon's. I think I had a Dixon's convention there. Well, it could have been Blockbusters. Don't know, but Keith Chegwin was there when he was alive. The other day you mentioned a problem with the Zero Fighter circuit board. What was it since my lectures aren't working at all either? It wasn't the circuit board. It was the lifter. What it is, forget, with the Zero Fighter, don't put the plane, leave the plane off the stand. Your initial thing is to get the stand working. If the stand doesn't work, your plane's not going to work. Okay? So the stand, once you boot it up, should lift up and lift down. And then you should wait 10 seconds and then the plane, you press a button for the plane to fire it up. If it's not going up and down, and normally if it's not going up and down or one's going up and down, it just keeps doing this. It's because one of the switches isn't pressing the buttons on the top or the bottom. Obviously there's 3 of that to check. Once that's all working and you've got that going up and down, then put the plane on and then you can diagnose it from that. But believe me, if the base doesn't do its sort of like startup procedure, the only thing that I think will work on the plane is the propeller. I don't even know if that will work, to be honest with you. Can you order primer for your Optimus Prime on Amazon Prime on Prime Day? That's a lot of Prime there, Lou. You know what? I know you're not on Patreon, Lou, but because the SR71 is mostly blacks and silvers, you open the box up and every single sprue in there is white. So I used a whole can, 400ml can of that paint and just painted every single sprue black. That's all I did yesterday. And that's why I cannot get this black paint out my fingernails. I've tried everything I can, but it's a pain in the neck. And then because I did it in here and the door was open, there's still that funny dust that comes down. You have to wear a respirator, which just covered everything. I mean, I don't know if you can see my working chair, but look how black that is. But it meant I had to dust everything in here. And partly the reason why you see things are moved around and the Falcon's gone now is because I moved it. I had to move it because it was so dusty. The other thing is patrons. Yesterday I told you about the front of the Orca that I knocked this off. It's all fixed. Put it all back to normal again today. So that was bugging me. Thank you, Phil. Proud supporter. Look, check that out. Pip and Phoebe Bill Club. I can't believe that works. I've never seen that work. I designed that and everything and put it up there and I thought, but thank you, Phil. I really appreciate that. Frank's Models, you're asking for help from everyone. Does anyone have assembly instructions for Renwall's 1/12 scale Mercedes Gullwing car? Well, I know I haven't, Frank, but obviously I'll put it out there. If anyone has, then please feel free to speak to Frank in chat. Batman Tumblr's July. The Batman Tumblr's January, Maximus. In the UK anyway. I don't know about where elsewhere. Lou's off again with the puns. I'm just storing them up, Ed. So by that time, hopefully Lou's forgotten that he told me those puns and then I can use them and pretend they're my own. But yeah, if you ever want any puns or dry wit, you need to go to Lou down Meso. As a matter of fact, just watch his channel. Because it's captivating. You've got an inherent skill, not just with your artistry of model building, Lou, but with your wit, which I think is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You're going to be doing the Knight Rider build issues this weekend, 43, 40. That's the ones I've just done. First time doing the wiring. The wiring's quite easy to actually connect everything up, but don't just think you can connect W to W and take your time on that. Big time. You watched the James Gunn Suicide Squad last week. Brilliant. It was everything the first one should have been. That's the one with like the one-eyed squid thing at the end, isn't it? Bit of a funky one. Did anyone see She-Hulk today? That was really far out. She-Hulk going, I mean, I can't really talk about it without giving spoilers, but it's the most weirdest far out thing you're ever going to see. Breaking the fourth wall, breaks the fifth, sixth and seventh wall as well. Space Cowboys, that's what I was thinking of. That's the one with Tommy Lee Jones. I am right, aren't I? Space Cowboys film. Yes, Tommy Lee Jones, Clint Eastwood, James Garner, Donald Sutherland. See, I was right there. You had to email Agora my pack free Mura because I think customs opened the pack and I'm missing 2 stages. Oh my god. They'll get that sorted for you, Howard. I won't worry. You're hoping to get to Telford. Well, this will be my first time going to Telford, Peter. So I am really looking forward to it. I'm going to meet up with Dave, and I'm hopefully Dave, you'll give me the guided tour about what it is there, and hopefully I'll come back with some money. Although Mrs. Welder Wayne, she's in a craft sort of like convention on the 5th of November at the NEC. Which I said I'm going to come with her. I'm not going to the convention, but I'll take her to the NEC and then I'll just do my own thing. But, you know, she's bound to... She don't want me there. The reason she doesn't want me there is because exactly the same reason when we went to America, to Louisville. She don't want me there because she wants to spend a stupid amount of money on fabric and she doesn't want to tell me about it. Thank you, Mark. I knew I hadn't dreamt it. Take care, Ian. See you later, mate. Yeah, I see you in the past put things in Ask About Face for we're not reading the instructions. I'm always doing it. Always doing it. It's been swell, but the swelling's gone now, so I'm going to go. Oh, Lou. Lou. But, you know, the question you got to ask yourself, Paul, is am I making mistakes because I am that stupid? Or am I deliberately doing it to get engagement for the video? Yeah, I wish I was that clever. I'm not. Hello, Kenneth. How's it going? You all right there? Yeah, who's not wearing their watch running around like all night? I mean, Mrs. Rhoda Wayne, I don't know if you know this, back in 2014, she bought me a Fossil watch, which is one of these. And I think it wasn't long. I ended up breaking it. And she said, that's it. I'm never buying you another watch again. So for my birthday this year, I managed to persuade her to buy me a watch. So if I'm not wearing this watch, then I'll get into a lot of trouble. And she'll give me that eye that she does. And chances are, if I ever break this watch, I'll be sleeping in the workshop. Hello, Ryan. How's it going? You have yet to crack my SR7. Well, the good thing is, Howard, see, once this is sort of like, I wanted to start large scale because I've obviously got the ones you got here as well. And I've got the smaller scales. I've actually got 4 SR71s here. And I've got the Airfix Avro Vulcan in 172 scale to build as well. I'm hoping to do a trip to Duxford next week, though, so I can get some footage. It was Holger who did the watch stand. And he's posted a link to the files. Where did he post that, Platinum K? Because I couldn't find it, but it was on my Facebook feed, so I haven't got a clue. You work at that convention. Wow, I have to say hi, Callum, then. That'd be awesome. Well, when I let you know, I'll obviously, if you see me there, then please approach me or just shout at me and say, Wayne, get your ass over here. Because I'll talk to anyone. That's just me. You do have Crossroads on Plex. There you go. My Plex server's full of the most random things, Marvel PHX. I'll tell you, Marvel Phoenix. Todd. Oh, Gunny, we're just talking about you. Your next Iron Mans are going to be on the way soon. We did mention that at the beginning of the stream, though. So when you watch it on demand, Bruce, you'll see that. And my dad's doing really well in the home now. He's out of hospital, but obviously he's in a home, and I haven't really had a chance to see him this week. But he enjoys his TV. He's the good thing about being in a care home is he's getting a lot more social. So obviously he's meeting people there, whereas at home he's very limited to who he's meeting. It's just family. So he's getting a bit more of a social life back, which I think is a really good thing. You can't spray. No, I said you can't do an you can't do an airbrush on the main body because you'll be there all day. But with a massive primer base, 3 seconds, everyone was happy. But last night I had the airbrush on it. So I'm just talking about the prime in the massive sections. Unless you've got an airbrush which can kick out like a spray can. But my one sadly won't. I don't even want to risk it, to be honest with you. Because I'm actually using lacquer paints as well, hobby time, not acrylics. I think I've got some details I'm doing in acrylic, but mainly the main body is going to be rubber black, NATO black, aluminium, gunmetal, light gunmetal, and flat aluminium. They're the colours I'm using. I'm not using the Revel colours at all. You've been fond of it. I've never seen Blood for Dracula. I do like that whole era of films, though. Not the whole Andy Warhol thing, but the whole Dracula, Frankenstein, Werewolf, and Mummy, and any iterations of that. Although I wasn't too fond of Tom Cruise's effort on the Mummy film. But I have mail. Okay, Nick. Let me just see how many emails I've got at the moment. I put my email on the screen, and normally I'm reading them for hours afterwards. You've got the link to the stand. Hang on a second. Thank you. Oh, it says page not found, Nick. Colts 3D stand for fan home kit. It's just saying 404. Look, it's saying, where are we? That. So I don't know. It's the GT, right? Okay, Pete, I've got that. Thank you for that. I will forward that on to Mrs. Welder Wayne, Pete. So she will get on that for me. I'm just seeing how far behind I am on chat. I'm doing better than I normally do. I apologise. I do get to the messages. Oh, hello, Robert. We were talking about you earlier on as well, because you were all on strike again today, wasn't it? Get the Orca up where the helmets are. Well, the thing is, it'll come out to about here, and it will probably hide some of the time machine. That's why I've kept it there. I've moved everything else now. I don't know if you can see. If the Route Master wasn't there, this whole table is now clear. But obviously I've got the Route Master there because I'm building that in the next couple of days, and there's just so much to build on it, this pack. I think I am definitely going to break it down into 2 videos, though. Todd. Regarding PCT IXO, I spoke with their general director, and they're working hard on resuming the builds. They've had 2,000 responses, 500 responses to the survey. The wiring was easy. You know what? The wiring. What's the other one that I've just done? Oh, the Porsche. Tomorrow we've got this is why I'm wearing this shirt. We've got the Porsche 917 from IXO collections, not the Agora one, because obviously we're ahead. We've done the dashboard. The wiring on that's working a treat as well, and you'll see that in tomorrow's video. Well, I was doing 5 builds, Todd, and I managed to put them all on there, but I heard that they're not doing the Titanic, and for that reason, I think on the bonfire night is the 5th of November, so on the Thursday night stream, that'd be the 4th, the 3rd of November, I think we're going to have a burning of the Titanic. So, because it's depressing me just seeing it up there, knowing it's not doing anything. The wiring on the DeLorean, see, again, Ed, I didn't have a problem with the wiring on the DeLorean until it came to issue 91. And then any little, like, pull, because that's where you sandwich the 2 things together, any pull of the wires and they come unplugged, and then you put it together and you're happy, and then you realise one of the wires, it was a nightmare. And as I said, you saw in that video, I was close to tears. And that's when I learned that if you're going to be doing that on one of the builds, not many builds are like that now. I think the Ecto 1 was a little bit like that. Is I do put heat shrink over the plugs so they can't pull apart. But I did make sure, though, that the Route Master is all working the way it is at the moment. The other thing I've done, if you notice, I've opened all the windows to help me get these bars in at the top, which we've got to do in this pack as well. Gonna be a nightmare. You're watching Daredevil, and yeah, Daredevil plays a role in She-Hulk as well. He is, but, you know, that's a spoiler. I can't say that. You're only a few miles for the NEC. Well, we're there on November 5th, so I'm not sure what I'm doing, Mark. I'm probably going to be in Resorts World because I can't really leave the car park because we're paying a stupid amount of money to go in the car park, like 20 quid or something. And if I leave, I can't come back because they take me ticket. Eagle must stopped placing orders for PCT. Look, when things come out in the wash, Todd, that's crazy. They're 10 production months behind. That is crazy. I'm sure one day someone's going to make a film of that. TV program. There's a Falcon in Hendon as well. Well, last time I went to Duxford, I didn't get a lot of video footage. So I want to get some more video footage this time. But I was going to go this Wednesday. Why didn't I go this Wednesday? Something happened this Wednesday. What happened this Wednesday? Mrs. World of Wayne, why couldn't I go? Oh, you needed the car, didn't you? You're at the craft show on the Friday. Oh, wow. It would have been great. She's a teacher, David, so she doesn't get time off, unfortunately. Hello? I was dog sitting. That was the other thing I was doing. Thank you. Alexa, stop. If Mrs. World of Wayne is going to the AC, why don't you pop down the road to the National Motorcycle Museum? You enjoy it, Wayne. I've actually been there, hobby time, because I'm always at the NEC for Insomnia 2 times a year. I haven't been recently, but I went when they had they were displaying Charlie Borman's bike from the Long Way Round. I know it's not there now, but they used to have it there. I believe Charlie Borman's bike's now in Peterborough, nearby here, in a BMW garage. Can't be sure because they keep moving it around. It's their publicity thing, isn't it? So, a very seaworthy movie is Those Lovely Bones. I don't know. I've seen Lovely Bones. I haven't seen Those Lovely Bones. Is that a different film? Ciao, Alex from Roma. Go Posties. Unfortunately, PCT. I think some parts of it will not return, such as the DB5 and the Wooden Titanic. Yeah, they told me that, Todd, but I partly expected it. I do think that the Titanic was like a last-ditch effort, but who knows? I've got my Beetlejuice jammies on again. Mrs. World of Wayne insists on buying me these. I don't buy them. I did get my license plate for the Cobra. Funny you should say that. Stand by. This is what it looks like. There you go. And then I'll open this up. This goes on the base. Worldwide limited edition number there. Whoops. I've got some... just dropped some. Hang on. Stand by. Got some screws. My certificate of authenticity. Number 73 there. And then I had that one. And obviously I asked for 73 because I was born in 1973. So that's what that looks like. That came quite a long time after the build. So I can't give you an idea of how long that takes. But I do need to put that on the car. Yeah, what have we learned about building wooden ships? I think there's some sort of like force. Some external, I don't know, omnipotent force which doesn't want me to build wooden ships. You've got the Eagle Moss Jeep? Really? Oh, we could do that, but what would probably be easier, Gunny, would be to bring it back with me when I go to Louisville and post it out there. The problem is, that would cost a lot of money to send, I'm guessing, because that's going to be a heavy old thing. But, well, email me and we'll see what we can do. But I'm back over in America in June next year for Wonderfest again, which is a week later. I think it's on the 8th to the 12th, something like that, of June. I actually posted the Night Rider Historians channel as well, Jamesy boy. Yeah, I know what happened after I burnt the victory. I've got one left, John. That's the Sovereign of the Seas. And if I start, I mean, you started that for me, so perhaps that lifted the curse. Sorry, quite a few conventions. You meant the craft convention you're talking about. Well, I'm going to be there as well. So if you see Mrs. Welder Wayne, then Callum, definitely say hi. She's doing some workshop there or something. I don't know quite what she's doing, but she doesn't want me to come. She's very adamant about that. Do I ever think of On the Buses? I do. As a matter of fact, we sadly lost Olive this year to a house fire, I think, at the beginning of the year from On the Buses. Does anyone know if and when the Robocop figure is ever going to get over here? I've got no idea. The Alien figure as well. I think if it ever comes over here, Jason, it probably would have already finished in France. But, oh, Kevin Clifford over and the Nexus YouTube channel is building it. Oh, it's the Lovely Bones. Yeah, that's a great film. Bit haunting, I have to say. You love The Long Way Round and The Long Way Down. They've done The Long Way Up as well. It's on Apple TV, Just, where they go from South America to LA on electric bikes. So if you haven't seen that, you should check that out. It's good little program. Mrs. Wilder Wayne's read the book. I haven't read the book. Oh, there we go. Datehole's just answered my question for me. It is on Apple TV. But wasn't the I'm thinking of Heavenly Creatures. Sorry, it's another thing. I was thinking Peter Jackson. He did Heavenly Creatures, didn't he? I didn't think that'd be your cup of tea, Mrs. Welder Wayne, the Lovely Bones. So I don't think we ever watched it together. But I am getting into it. Must be the time of year, Halloween. I am liking a good horror at the moment. I need to watch again. Can anyone suggest a good horror for me to watch that I haven't seen already? I've seen all the mainstream stuff. I've seen the Hellraisers and the Final Destinations and the Nightmare Before Christmas, Nightmare on Elm Street. Something. What about The Descent? I saw that was on my Netflix the other day. I haven't seen that. I don't care about gore. I just like something with a good, ooh. I haven't seen Cabin in the Woods yet either. Perhaps I need to see that too. Hello, Milan, you're late? Yes, you are. There's a new version of The Ring. How many versions of The Ring there been so far? I thought I'd seen the new version of The Grudge until I realised they made another new version of The Grudge after the Sarah Michelle Gellar one. The Babadook, I've seen that. That's a good film, Lee. Werewolf by Night, I haven't seen that one. I've seen that. That's on my... Is that a film? I thought that was a series. Oh, it is a film. Laura Donnelly. I might have to check that one out. I've got a notepad here, you see, so I'm just adding these to my notepad. I love David Lynch. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, I've seen that. I've seen the Cube trilogy. Halloween Ends. I wasn't a great fan of Halloween. I preferred Season of the Witch, Halloween 3, which had bugger all to do with Michael Myers. That was my favourite Halloween. I didn't really like the Jamie Lee Curtis ones. By that time, it was a bit too corny. I've seen all the Hellraisers. I've seen House of a Thousand Corpses. You got to remember, back in the day with those older films, Robert, I used to be really into the video nasty list, so I was watching all of those. And things like The Burning, Cannibal Ferox, Cannibal Holocaust, Last House on the Left, I Spit on Your Grave. All of those, I'd seen them all. Yeah, I still haven't seen Flight of the Navigator. I was kind of hoping for a horror film. I've seen Ghost Story, but probably not that one. I saw the old 80s Ghost Story. It might have been 70s. I saw the 81. There's a 2017 one. I didn't realise that. I've seen the 1981 version of Ghost Story. The Entity, that was a good film. The Fury. Scanners. Back in the day. They were cool. I've seen both seasons of Twin Peaks. I haven't seen season 3. I don't remember that one. But didn't they change? Hang on. I haven't seen the film either. Fire walk with me. I'm all confused now. I need to get up on my Twin Peaks knowledge. God, but I did watch that a long time ago. But I was a big fan of Sherilyn Fenn. So, The Thing prequel is good. What's that called? There's a prequel to The Thing? I've seen the 2011. No, I haven't seen that. Oh, I'll have to see that. I thought that was just like a reboot. Well, we just started it yesterday, Keith. So we've just started it. It's coloured. I've got a colour on it. Frighteners, Peter Jackson. I've seen that. It's all cool. I've got quite a few lists there though. I've got a notepad that'll keep me amused. But there you go. So tomorrow we got the Porsche 917 out. Tomorrow I'm going to be building the Routemaster or starting it. For hopefully that video is going to be released on Monday. Predestination with Ethan Hawke. I like Ethan Hawke, not horror, but it'll fry your mind. I've got that and Black Phone to watch as well. I've just added that in as well, Chris. Thank you for that. But so there you go. So yeah, that video's already done. So that'll be out tomorrow. And the live stream, I am going to be live streaming next Tuesday as well. But we will be back to normal. Actually, we've had a normal week this week. So we're going to continue being back to normal next week. Apart from Tuesday, where I said I'm going to be having 2 fill-ins. So God knows what my mouth's going to be like. We'll have to see. But look, thank you for all joining me on tonight's stream. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow.